Michalik, so he's starting to make his way up through the standings a bit at the moment. But the organisers are a little worried about this. That's Fabien Roland, the French rider, wheeling his Yamaha into the, I suppose you call it mist, but it's just horrible sleety rain. KTM 125cc rider, number 26, is Pete Copani. That is John Deakin, the British rider on the KTM. Legendary Deakin, running quite well at the moment. Sort of around 6th and 7th place, not up with the very front runners. That is a Polish rider on a little TM, Maciej Robel. The little bikes, as I said, faring extremely well. This is, or was, Roman Michalek, the Czechoslovak. He's on an 80cc TM machine and running right up there at the top end. At least the rain is washing the mud off the machines, but it's making the going underfoot or under tyre very tiresome indeed. Thierry Godefroy, the Belgian rider, champion. Look how dodgy it is. Trying to choose a line around here. The only comment most of the riders have placed on this is Dominique Coste, another French rider. The only comment a lot of the riders have put on this, and certainly the ones sort of out of World Championship status, have said that the timing is far too tight. The schedules are very, very tight here. 125cc Honda rider Patrick Isvoordink. Once again, the Dutch team, as I said, fielding such a strong team. Look at this. Utterly impossible stuff. The Canadians wonder what's happened to them here. That Husky 250 is just well bogged down. A foot to the left and he would have been all right. But how are you supposed to tell? Well, just look at the different way Himmining rides through this section. It's championship stuff here. Confidence, style, thinking ahead, keeping the momentum going. And the Kawasaki 500 just blasts right through it. So another special stage, that's Henki Neumann off into the sand in his Kawasaki. But the rain keeps on coming down and the marshals, everybody trying to help team members through. Big thumpers making a nice noise there. This is Wim Hutton, another Dutch rider, crossing the canal onto another muddy track, and down it goes. Tony van Dijk, 250cc machine. Blessed relief in the sand. One really couldn't have believed. This is Martin Weichenberger, the Austrian rider. One really couldn't have believed the bad luck as far as this weather is concerned. It's just rained and rained and rained. Leading after day 3, the Finnish rider there on his 4-stroke 500cc Husqvarna. Very heavy machine. Sven-Erik Jonsson, world champion, of course, in 1991. A European champion from 86 to 89. A very, very strong competitor indeed. You can see the problems. Quite awesome 6 days of going through these sort of conditions. Marco Rossi on his little 80cc TM. He's been going well, and there have been some decisions now that they are going to cancel the second lap on this 4th day, and there are a lot of relieved people in the Parc Fermé. Photographs of the American Suzukis of Steve Hatch and Rodney Smith. Those who did and didn't make it. And that's another American rider, Pat Garahan, doing some work on his Honda.
Good job today, though.
All the repairs, all the servicing has to be done by the riders, and that's what makes this such a complete motorcycling event, certainly off-roader anyway. That's Dusan Kotrla's motorcycle, the Czechoslovak rider. And there's Himink, still smiling, still looking relaxed. Let's have a chat to one of the Americans now.
Rodney, you used to ride GPs in Europe. Have you ever been through such a mud like this here?
I rode, shoot, I think it was a GP in Sweden, I think, that was pretty muddy. It might even been Finland, but this is pretty miserable today.
You think it's the right decision to stop the second lap?
Yeah, the whole time through the first lap, you know, there was some spots that was getting really nasty, and I was on an earlier number, so I knew that even the guys, you know, behind me were going to have a lot of trouble, and I didn't think we could even make a second lap if we had to. Plus the conditions were, you know, it's still raining really bad, and it's really cold, and it's hard on the riders. It's a lot of highways, so we get real cold too, you know, not with just the technical mud. So it was pretty bad out there.
Well, it's not too bad for Poland, who move up into first place from fifth. They've had no retirements so far, team-wise. The Netherlands moved down one place. Finland moves down. France moves into fourth. Ireland moves up to fifth. And you can see the individuals, no real changes there at all. Retirements-wise, Koen van Oorschot is out for the Netherlands. Mika Haula is out for Finland. Laurent Charbonnel is out for France. And Brian Stewart is out for Ireland. So all of those teams running with maximum penalty points. Spain is now down in 12th position. It's had 2 retirements on day 4. The UK's in 6th place. The individual results, well, Marco Rossi went extremely well on day 4. We saw him. But the other individual results pretty much the same as they were. Well, slightly better weather for day 5. Chris Koch on his 250cc Suzuki machine. Probably enjoying the sunshine, although it's fairly cold, as you can tell by all the steam and mist coming up. Here's John Deacon again. Looking very grim-faced, John. With his KTM 350cc 4-stroke sounding nice. Into the next time check. That's Simon Scram, the Dutch rider, on his Husaberg. And everybody waiting for the motocross start. Neumann gets away for Holland. And this is more like it. You're even getting a few spectators now. Oh no, not more water. 125 CCTM of Bianchi Prata, the Portuguese rider. And another Dutch rider, Lenselink, 250cc category. That's Alain Olivier, the French rider. Another Swedish rider, Peter Janssen. Swedish team, very well turned out. There's another Swedish rider, Tommy Fransson, through the water. It's a nice shot, eh? He nearly got a dunking there. Jan van Oorschot is just chasing through the trees there in 54. And this is the Portuguese rider with the name I can always remember, Felipe on his Honda. And Ton van Dijk just cruising along behind him. Off the blessed tarmac, Janssen gets his mark and takes his Husqvarna off onto the dirt again. 105 is Danny Wirtz. He's a Swiss rider. Over 30 nations involved in this event. Czechoslovak rider, that, Otakar Kotrova. Polish rider on a little 80cc machine. Looking pretty relaxed now as they know there's just a day and a half left to go. That's Bert van Veen coming in, and the Italian rider Giovanni Sala on his 500cc KTM. And we get a chance to find out how unlucky he's been with major mechanical problems, and we ask him exactly what went wrong.
Giovanni Sala, you had a very terrible beginning of the races in Assen. How was your first day, Monday?
Yeah, I broken the carter and out the oil, and have some problem the Glock. In the special test, broken the engine and stop in the special test. I changed the Glock and have they spent much time and 30 minutes and they finished the 6 days.
Bad luck for him. Here's a little ball of fire. Young Katrina Price, little Welsh lady. She's out there with the men, mixing it in there.
Katrina Price, what is a lady like you doing 6 days in the Dutch mud?
To be honest with you, I don't really know myself. I must enjoy it really, otherwise I wouldn't do it. So I think it's about a week later after you finish the event that it really sinks in.
How was your week till now?
It's been pretty tough, but I managed to stay on in there and give it my best, so I'm still here.
Monday was a very hard day.
Oh, very hard, too hard for me. I mean, we're used to the mud and the ruts back in Wales, but the time schedule was just way too tight for me.
Wonderful. That's what Enduro's all about. It's a good way of getting a face pack of mud, isn't it, for the complexion? So we get a chance. Poland still up there. Ireland have moved into second place. Brilliant riding by then. The Netherlands go down into third place. France stays at fourth place, and Great Britain just creep into fifth place. So Isidre Estevi Pujol still in first place overall. The Dutch still all conquering, but look, Fabio Ferrioli moves into first place for the 500 four-strokes. Battle-weary. Norg is the venue. Doesn't it look pretty? You'd never think there'd been a war going out there for 6 days. And a little bit of motocross again now, and quite big crowds turning out to see the final of this event. The 80cc boys revving up. There's a nice little buzz there as they head off on this more like grass track circuit, really. And it's got to be a main battle between Michalik, there he is, Marco Rossi from Italy, and Extens, really. But Extens having a lot of problems, as is Pierre-Yves Tilly. So Extens hanging on in there. And they're quite skittish on the grassy circuit. Whoops, and they come together. So Estevi Pujol, who's managed to stay on his feet all week, runs into a problem there. Number 3 is Marek Dabrowski, the Polish rider. Nearly all TMs this. Herbert Wagner's on a Suzuki. There are a couple of gases in there, and Tilly's on an ATM. So you can see Richard Pullen giving it his all, but no one can catch Roman Michalik. And that's Marek Dabrowski again, number 3. But here he is, Michalik does a clicker over the tabletop. Marco Rossi, and then Sebastian Kriwelt in third So on to 250cc, very different this of course. There are many more 250cc's started off. Leading the individuals at the moment is Jan van Oorschot from Stefan Peter Hansel. And it's extraordinary after 6 days of competition that they're really so close. Van Oorschot has got 5.055 points. Peter Hansel has only got about 115 points more. 5.173, and Lenselink and Felagro are not far behind either. Whoa, well, Van Oorschot has actually gone down. Now I wonder if this is going to allow Peter Hansel through. Jan van Oorschot looks to me as if he might have hurt his left arm there. You can see he's gripping onto it, but he's not going to score any points in this motocross special stage. The points go to Felegara, and Stefan Peter Hansel eventually ended up 6th in that event. Let's have a quick look at the 500cc. Big noise from these machines, and a lot safer around that first corner. Gerard Himink is leading the individuals in this class, with Dusan Kotra, the Czechoslovak rider, second, and my old mate Cyril Esquirrel is in third place. There is Himink. What an extraordinary all-rounder this man is. But in the actual motocross event, 244 Tom Hemelde is ahead of Ty Davis from the States and Klaas Wienstra. So Tom Hemelde takes it, and Himink ends up in 5th position, still getting very important points.
Jimming, van harte gefeliciteerd met de totale overwinning van de Nederlandse internationale motorzesdaagse. Dat is iets waar
we're congratulating him on winning, basically. And he's saying, great, I've been working very hard at it. He said, I started a few years ago, riding all over the place. And it's come good for me here. And in fact, the weather was on my side over here, to be honest. He said, but of course it wasn't on the side of the organisers, who had awful problems, which they overcame brilliantly, and congratulations to them. I mean, what a job having to organise an event in weather like this. So those are the final standings for the trophy teams. Poland hanging on to that top spot. Good performance by Ireland. And as far as the individual standings are concerned, Marco Rossi snatched the 80cc and Fabio Farioli snatched the 500cc four-stroke. The others remain as they